Just love farming is in my bone. My dad farmed, my grandparents farmed, my great-grandparents farmed. Yeah. So it was just after I started remembering things, my dad was farming with mules. Later on, he bought 1/8 John Deere tractor. Blacks farmers was borrowing money from what they call merchants. So the company that my dad was dealing with was Monroe Supply. And in Monroe, it was two gin companies. There was Doja Gin Company and Monroe Supply. So my dad was there with Monroe Supply. That he borrowed his money from for seeds, fertilizer. They sit down and do his budget every year. See how many acres he was farming, how many acres of beans he was going to plant, oats, wheat for the livestock, hay for feed, and total all that up. And go into the company, sit down and talk with the bookkeeper, tell him, show him his plan. The bookkeeper look at his plan and see if it was feasible, loan him the money to operate with. Years after, the gin company went out of business. So then here come Farmers Home Administration, which was designed, set aside in the government to loan small farmers, black farmers money to build houses, buy land, operate with, and equipment. So things was going pretty good there for a while. Now all of a sudden, things change. Blacks couldn't go in and borrow any money. If he could go in with his plan, they would change his plan. So if you farm 500 acres, you need an X amount of dollars per acre. What they would do, they would cut back. So you go out, start planting, you're gonna run out of seed money. You're going to run out of fertilizer money. Now how can you produce enough to pay them back what you borrow when they don't let you have enough? Anyway, they designed it for the small farmer and the black farmer to lose. When Clinton became president, it was some farmer from Virginia, North Carolina, up in that area, went to Washington to file a lawsuit. Went to President Clinton filed a lawsuit against the United States Department of Agriculture. You can't file a lawsuit against the United States Department of Agriculture unless you had filed a complaint. And he told them then, he said, now, when I was governor of Arkansas, he said 17 farmers filed a complaint and a lawsuit against Farmers Home Administration in 1986. He said, y'all find a copy of that complaint. He said, I will lift the statute of limitation. I was driving truck, driving cross country, and I had to quit my farming. Couldn't farm no more. I started driving truck. I was in Canada. Called my mom. She said, you have a letter here. I said, what is it? I said, she said, from Farmers Home Administration. I said, read it. She read it to me. I said, well, I got to save my land. I said, I think if I can file bankruptcy, I might be able to keep my land. I went to Pine Bluff looking for a law firm where I could ask them that they handle bankruptcy case out the apartment to someone. I walks in Cross County McKisson's law firm. Walks in, the reception and she said, can I help you? I said, y'all handle bankruptcy cases? She said, no, I don't think so. She said, I'll let you talk to one attorney. I said, okay. She said, have a seat. I sat down. She said, what's your name? I said, Alvin Stepps. And she hesitated. She said, what'd you say your name was? I said, Alvin Stepps. She said, okay. She called, talked to Othello Cross. Later on, that's how finally he came to the door. I'm sitting here. Door opened up down the hallway. When it opened up, I just turned around and looked. Look, tall guy standing up there, looking at me. He didn't say anything, I didn't say anything. I started back reading my magazine. He said, come on in. I put the book down. I went on this office with my envelope. He said, have a seat. He said, your name, you, Alvin Stepps. I said, yeah. D. Alvin Stepps. Don't know nothing about the D, man, but I'm Alvin Stepps. He said, what can I do for you? I said, well, received these papers at Farmers Home Administration and auction my land off. Now when y'all have bankruptcy cases that you don't, couldn't you defer me to someone? He said, no, we don't, but he said, let me see your papers. I handed it to him. He looked at them. Oh, yeah. Name is Alvin Stepps. So I started getting kind of concerned. What's happening here? So he took it out and looked at it and read it. Put it back in the envelope. He said, then you and 16 other farmers file a complaint and a lawsuit against Farmers Home Administration in 1986. I said, yeah. He said, you have any old copy? I said, I have all of them. So by that time, he threw my papers in the garbage can. I looked at him. I said, man, what's going on? He said, you know anything about the new lawsuit?